Hey guys, this is Kevin coming to you from our Bear Tech Development site in Roanoke, Illinois. I want to thank you guys from that site for growing some plots for us this year. They're one of the ones that have a full set of plots for us with almost a full corn lineup, a lineup, an extended flex lineup, and even did a conventional corn plot for us as well. So thank you to Josh, Nathan, and Ted. You guys do a lot for us and don't get a lot of credit for it. So I just want to say thank you very much. We couldn't do what we're doing without you. So I'm going to walk through this plot now. I'm not going to talk about every product. I'm going to focus on some of the newer, not the brand new products for 25, but maybe I'm going to cover some of the products over the last couple years out of both corn, and I'll do the soybeans later, just so we can talk about those and talk about placement for those. So moving into the next first product. Thanks, guys. All right, 20925 Smart Stacks Pro. This one came from the historical Stone lineup. It was a new release for us in the 2024 market year, so this will be the second sales season for it. We've had a lot of traction on it. It did well in plots last year, so it's one that we're really excited about, and I think it's a great fit for everybody's lineup in Northern Illinois. One of the key things about this one is it's fast out of the ground. It's one of the first things I saw coming out of the ground, comes out healthy, and has that really great early vigor that we like to see in our corn plants. Has really great disease tolerance as well. It's above average on almost every disease that we have to deal with. It does, run right about average, maybe slightly above average for tar spot as well. So it's a nice big green plant, doesn't get too overly tall. And it's just a good healthy plant that I think stands well late into the season as well. As we're gonna, for each video, move into look at the ears a little bit. So for a 109-day product in our lineup, this has exceptional green snap, has really great drought tolerance, good late season intactness and great health, and really probably best in class root strength and stalk strength. So this is a really strong product for us moving into the future of our combined channel lineup. And it's something I'm really excited to see how it progresses through the seasons. All right, moving on to 20970 Tricepta. So this has just above ground traits, does not have any below ground rootworm traits on it. This is a brand new release for 2025. I'm including it in this video because I haven't talked about it yet, obviously. So this so far is looking like a really good entry for our lineup. He's coming in at 109-day RM. Really great emergence on it. Once again, it's towards the top of the list as far as emergence. This is probably more of a yield forward product for us. So it's one of those we'll keep on our higher managed fields. There's really nothing I've seen about it that scares me about moving on to more transitional and maybe not some as highly productive soils. But with it being a new one, we don't have a lot of experience on it, so I'd probably keep shading it towards the better dirt in your area. Decent disease package. This is one I probably would recommend we spray. It's right around average for like northern leaf blight and gray leaf. So I mean, it's not really setting itself apart on the disease side. It is a little bit taller plant, but it does bring considerable yield at 109-day where we need it. Late season, it does dry down really well. It has exceptional green snap tolerance, and it has really good harvest appearance. So it's going to stand out there for us in the season and still be standing there when our combines run through the field. Really, I'm excited about this one to see how it performs and see where it really shines. I think this could be a one of our go-to doubles moving into the future. 21111. This is coming from our historical channel lineup. This has done really well for us across the whole state of Illinois. Has a lot of traction. Just wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's a chance to be a pretty high volume brand of products for us, because this does come with a Smart Stacks Pro and a VT2 trait package. So we have a below ground option and an above ground option as well. So this is one that comes out of the ground really fast, really well. It's one of the top on the list again as far as emergence. It's got pretty good disease tolerance. It's still right around average for gray leaf, so it's one of those that we still recommend spraying fungicides on. This is a more semi-determinate ear, so this is one that we'll probably, once you guys have pushed populations a little bit on it, don't run it on super low populations in your area. And it's one that, as you look at the ears, we have a couple of them in our lineup that might not look the most impressive as far as ear girth, but they do put on a nice long ear. They fill out really, really well, bring really good grain depth, kernel depth, and grain weight, and really brings that yield with grain weight and test weight. So some growers might not be impressed by how big the ear is, but they're impressed once the combine sees yield when they run through the field. So it's definitely one that's going to be a staple in our lineup for a few years to come. 21157. This is a Smart Stacks 111-day product coming from our Stone Seed lineup. So far we've seen of it, it really excels in some corn on corn acres, and it's really one that I think we can push across a lot of different environments and different soil types, and it still performs and does well for us in those soil types. Has really good above average disease tolerance. It is a shorter plant, which I tend to like. Just a shorter plant gives us less chance to have some issues moving forward in the season with getting blown down late season. Has really good late season intactness, stays green, doesn't break down, and you don't see the tops come out of it. So it has really good harvest appearance. This is a semi-determinate ear as well. So it's one of those that this one really likes to sit in that mid 30s, so 34, 35,000 population range. It really doesn't like super high populations, but it does pretty well if you keep it pretty moderate. This has been another one of those that, just like we talked about in 21111, might not be the most impressive ear to guys when they go out and look at it, but it brings exceptional test weight, exceptional grain weight. This is actually on the food grade list for the Frito-Lay area over by Champaign County, and the yield's there once the combine gets into it. So once again, I think this is a really strong 111 day that's going to be a staple in our lineup. 21515 Smart Stacks Pro. This was a product from our historical channel lineup, and it was a new release for the 2024 season, so this will be its second year in the field as well. Overall, from what I've seen of 21515, it looks really good in the field. It emerged really well. Haven't seen too many issues with it throughout the growing season. Has really good disease tolerance to above average disease tolerance for everything that we tend to think about and worry about in the northern part of Illinois. I think it's one disease that it struggles with is southern rust, which, barring hurricanes and wind patterns, we don't very often have to deal with a significant southern rust outbreak. So it's not something I'm worried about with 21515. Overall, looks like late season intactness is really, really good. It has really good dry down. So it's one of those that it will look good once the combine gets into the field, and it's pollinated well here. It is a semi-determinate ear, so it's one of those that we'll probably might need to push some populations a little bit on it. Not super high, but it's one that we wouldn't want to run in the low 30s and expect super high yields on it. So we want to probably keep in that mid 30 range. It has really good green snap as well tolerance, so that's something here. As I'm at the Roanoke site now, I've looked at a lot of green snap fields over the last couple weeks. That's really exciting to see 115 day with a green snap tolerance of a 2. So looking forward to see how this performs this year. We are running all of our 115 days together just to see which one shakes out and start separating it itself. But I think this has a great opportunity to keep moving forward in our lineup. All right, 21542. This is a historical stone product that we rolled out in 2024, so this will be its second sales season as well. This one does come with a Tricepta and a Smart Stacks Pro version. so you can kind of decide whether you want above ground or you want above and below ground traits, and be able to sell the same genetic package. Really great emergence on this one. It is a little bit taller plant. Ear height can get a little high sometimes, but not at not at a unmanageable level. Disease package looks pretty decent on it. This is one that it does have a little bit southern rust better than 215-15, so this is one that I think we can push a little farther south than we could 215-15. But the yield was really good on it over 2024 plots. As we move into the field here, drought tolerance looks good on it. Good harvest appearance. Didn't notice any major issues at harvest with it. It's the ones that planted it last year were really happy with it and then bought more this year. The one, I guess, hang up on this one, or the one thing to watch out on, is green snap on this. So the Smart Stacks Pro version has a green snap rating of 5. I guess I haven't seen it be quite that low in Illinois. I'd probably put it more as a 4 for Illinois and what I've seen, but the Tricepta version is rated as a 3. So there is something there with that Smart Stacks Pro version, bringing a little bit more green snap than what the Tricepta one does. It's not enough that I think it's a significant issue for it, but if it's something where you have some guys that have had some green snap in the past and they're sensitive to it, we might be moving into a different product there. But overall, I think it's a great option for us moving into the 25 growing season, and it's definitely something I think once people plant it, they're really happy with it. All right, and finally for the corn plot here that I'm going to talk about today is 215-70 Tricepta. This is a historical channel product coming from their lineup. There's been a lot of excitement on this one for the last couple years. I think there's been some product delivery issues and some supply issues on it. So I think there's a lot of demand for this one and not as much a product over the last couple years. Product management has assured us that has changed. We'll be sure to get what we need to sell for the 2025 growing season. But the yield levels on this are really high, and there's a lot of excitement on this one. So, excuse me. So above ground only option. This is a yield forward product. It has decent disease package on it, but it's one that we definitely want to spray. Emergence looks really good on it. As we move into the field, the ears on this one's probably a little more impressive than we've seen in some other products. It's got that nice showy ear. And really good late season dry down, and some really great harvest appearance. Like I talked about, 215-42, I'd say one of its, for 215-70, one of its things to watch out on is green snap as well. So like I talked before, if you have some growers that are a little sensitive to green snap, have had some issues over the past couple years, I would make sure we don't have all of this in his field, but it's one that we will just on yield alone, it's so good that I think it's going to be a staple for us moving forward. All right, so that's the corn plot. That's not at Roanoke. Like I said, it's not every product that's out here, but it's some of the newer products. Some of the ones out here that I think we didn't talk about are a higher volume that maybe are 2 to 3 to 4 years old, and they're really good too. But I just wanted to touch base on some of the newer ones for us in Illinois. So things like 214-78, I think we know what that one is. You guys sold a lot of that one. We're excited about that one. 213-23 Smart Stacks is in here. That's an old product from the Stone lineup that is exceptional. But if you guys come over to Roanoke's field day on August 22nd, I'd be glad to walk through it with you guys. Thank you very much to the Roanoke guys for planting these plots for us. We appreciate it. And you guys have a great week. Thank you.